Now the question at hand, what's next for Alexa Bliss? Now the audio is going to be very bad on this video because my mic broke. Anyways, now I think WWE should be continuing these promos till WrestleMania Backlash. We get Randy Orton versus The Fiend, a rematch between the two. And in the match, Alexa Bliss appears again, her Lily form. She appears again and she tries to distract The Fiend, but it doesn't work this time. The light shut. The Fiend appears behind her, gives her Sister Abigail, and in the end, he defeats Randy Orton. Finally, he defeats Randy Orton, and Alexa Bliss's, you could say, distraction didn't work. Now, the feud with Randy Orton for The Fiend is over. It's going to be Alexa Bliss versus The Fiend, and we're going to start that feud. It's going to be a long-term feud. This feud will start at Money in the Bank, where they will have a match against each other, but it will stop due to disqualification because Braun Strowman will interrupt and he'll cause disqualification. He'll try to get Alexa to her sane self, but doesn't really work. It's like when Bray and Braun feuded and Alexa was trying to get Braun to his sane self. Long-term booking. And that's what's going to basically happen. Braun also will get inserted, but it'll not be a triple threat, but he'll just be added to this feud. Now we'll get a promo on Raw where Alexa says that she was using Braun to get to know Bray, and she was asking Braun questions about Bray and what he's vulnerable to and stuff like that. And she'll reveal that she was just using Braun and she didn't really care about him because they had a mixed tag team thing and that nonsense. But she'll reveal that and she'll basically tell Braun and Bray that she was just using Braun to get to know the Fiend, and hence she knew the Fiend's weakness and she could distract him at WrestleMania so that Randy Orton can give him an RKO and pin him. And she can also say that she drained all of the Fiend's power. I know, very wacky, but that's Alexa Bliss and the Fiend storyline. They're two creepy characters. Very weird stuff goes on, like Randy Orton defeating the Fiend at WrestleMania made no sense, but they have to make sense out of it. So she says that she knew what the Fiend was vulnerable to, and hence she could drain his power out of him, and hence he couldn't kick out of the RKO. Because it won't make any sense not kicking out of the RKO, but kicking out of like 12 curb stomps. Makes no sense. Not Extreme Rules, we get Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Again we get that match. And Alexa again interrupts and tries to again spoil the match for Bray. But she fails again. The Fiend defeats Braun Strowman. Now Braun Strowman's been removed from the storyline. Alexa is trying her best to destroy the Fiend. We get Alexa's promo on Raw after Extreme Rules. And this promo, it could draw ratings onto Raw. Alexa basically says in this promo that she doesn't like Bray and she doesn't like the Fiend, and the reason she doesn't like the Fiend is because the Fiend took Bray away from her. In the same promo, she reveals that she is Sister Abigail, and Sister Abigail is just controlling Alexa Bliss's body, and Sister Abigail is also controlling Lily. And the reason why she hates the Fiend, another reason at least you could say, is because the Fiend destroyed her in the cabin when Sister Abigail was no more. The Fiend was the one to destroy her. Bray just snapped. The Fiend snapped, you could say. Bray just transformed into the Fiend, and the Fiend destroyed her. The only part of her that was left was her soul, and she escaped and latched onto Alexa Bliss's body. Now she's controlling Alexa Bliss. I don't really want to make sense out of the storyline and not just have Alexa randomly come on Raw as her sane self. They have to do this weird stuff. They really have to. I mean, it has to make some sort of sense. So, we get The Fiend versus Alexa Bliss / Abigail. The Fiend versus Abigail, they can advertise it as. It won't be the main event of SummerSlam. It doesn't deserve to be the main event of SummerSlam. But we're going to get The Fiend versus Sister Abigail. Two entities against each other. So, Alexa Bliss, or / Abigail, you could say, takes on The Fiend. Now, do we really see the real version of Abigail? No. That Lily version. Do you remember the Lily version with the black goo coming off her face? Well, that's Abigail, at least for now. So that's Abigail, and there's no Lily by her side. No Lily comes, blah blah blah. We get The Fiend versus Sister Abigail, and in that match, well, Lily interferes, and Lily is revealed to be Liv Morgan. Now, Lily is revealed to be Liv Morgan, and they really need to do something with Liv Morgan. Really, if they're not going to make the Riot Squad win the tag titles, do something with Liv Morgan. I think Ruby Riot will make a better solo superstar. So Liv Morgan is now revealed as Lily. You could have Lily Morgan, not sure, but you could have something like that. Liv Morgan is now Lily, and she distracts the Fiend in the match. And Sister Abigail hits some sort of finisher. I don't know what it's going to be called. If Bray Wyatt finishes Sister Abigail, what is Sister Abigail's finisher? Bray, brother Bray. Not sure. Now WWE could also say that when Matt Hardy threw Bray Wyatt inside the Lake of Reincarnation, Abigail left his body because he threw him in the Lake of Reincarnation. The name says it all, Lake of Reincarnation. And I don't think that's when the Fiend came into Bray's body, because obviously if you didn't see the Man in the Woods story thing, I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. But I think most of you have seen it, where Bray says that he and his brothers were in the woods. Abigail rescued him and brought them to his cabin. Then they were strolling in the woods, and before that Abigail told them that there's a man in the woods, beware of him. So they go, and then they hear someone yelling, and all his brothers just start running towards the cabin while Bray goes to explore. Bray wants to know who the man in the woods is. So Bray goes to explore. He sees that the man in the woods has a crocodile in his hand. And then Bray says that he was just praying that this man in the woods fellow wouldn't actually hurt him. Then the man in the woods reached his hand out to Bray, and in his hand was Bray's slingshot. So Bray Wyatt is bolted towards the cabin, and he told Sister Abigail about this situation. And Sister Abigail told him that he was the man in the woods. And Bray was very confused why Abigail wasn't so shocked. Abigail already knew about the Fiend because they've had past endeavors, you could say. WWE could announce it as that, and that's amazing long-term storytelling. I don't think WWE is going to do this though. All this long-term storytelling, I don't think WWE is smart enough. I think Bray can do it. Bray is smart enough, but WWE not quite. I mean, the way Bruce Pritchard just books the show is horrendous. Raw after WrestleMania, such a bad Raw after WrestleMania. It's the Raw after WrestleMania. Many people are going to tune back into WWE. I mean, it got so many ratings, it got over 2 million. And so many people are going to tune into WWE, NXT, SmackDown after WrestleMania, and then they see a horrific show. That's just dumb booking decisions for WWE. So I don't think they're going to do this. But at SummerSlam, we have Abigail defeat the Fiend. Now, many of you might think, oh, the Fiend is buried. Blah, blah, blah. The Fiend isn't going to be buried if Abigail defeats him. I mean, Goldberg's defeated him. If the Fiend was going to take his first loss, I would rather have Abigail defeat him instead of Randy Orton or Bill Goldberg. Doesn't make any sense to me. Abigail must be really, really, really strong. Abigail isn't even a real person. She's just an entity. She must be really strong. She's like the Fiend. And if she can take power out of the Fiend, imagine how strong she must be. Another reason why I think they could announce Alexa Bliss as Abigail is because of the witchcraft stuff that Alexa has been doing. And she did the witchcraft stuff to get the Fiend back. They could also say on Raw that Alexa was doing this witchcraft stuff to get the Fiend back just so she could destroy him. They could also say that this feud will carry on, I think, 2 or 3 pay-per-views. After SummerSlam, we probably have Crown Jewel or Hell in a Cell. I think Hell in a Cell, I'm not sure Crown Jewel is going to take place this year. So you have Hell in a Cell. A Hell in a Cell match between Abigail and the Fiend. What more can you want? Abigail takes on the Fiend, and in the end, the Fiend wins. I mean, Lily can't come through the cage. How can Lily come through the cage? They can go out. But the Fiend tries to keep Abigail in, conceals Abigail inside the Hell in a Cell, and in the end, the Fiend defeats Sister Abigail to end this storyline. Abigail is defeated. Abigail leaves Alexa's body. Abigail is no more in Alexa. She's too weak to even handle this. And we get Shane Alexa back, and it's all good. Then the Abigail Alexa, it's over. It's over for the Abigail creepy Alexa Bliss, and that's basically what I would have WWE do with Alexa Bliss to get her back to a sane version. And after she's back to a sane version, she can probably wrestle on Raw and SmackDown for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. And we have the good Alexa back, the creepy one, where you have to make horrendous booking decisions like get Alexa eliminated in like 20 seconds. In the Women's Royal Rumble, we can just have Alexa stay for a long time in the Women's Royal Rumble, and she can have proper matches against wrestlers like Asuka without the lights just turning purple and stuff like that. That's what I would have WWE do with Alexa Bliss. What I think WWE is going to do with Alexa Bliss is, they have a feud. The Fiend and Alexa Bliss, they have like a 1-2 pay-per-view feud. They don't reveal any such thing that Alexa Bliss is Sister Abigail, and they just had the Fiend and Alexa feud. Alexa is revealed to be Lily, and they feud for 2 pay-per-views, and the feud is done. Alexa Bliss maybe loses in the end. Like, they can do so many things to tell Alexa Bliss is Abigail, but I doubt they will. They want to stick with this Lily, apparently. And you know what I think they'll do? They'll keep Alexa as this insane Alexa Bliss, and they'll probably have a feud with Nikki Cross. Whoa, I'm so excited. And they'll probably have a feud with Tamina. Whoa, what a feud. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be like Bayley versus Sasha. Like, that feud is amazing. It's going to be like that. No, I'm just kidding, obviously. It's going to be terrible feuds. This insane Alexa Bliss, she's overshadowing The Fiend. The Fiend is supposed to be that creepy guy who's like one of a kind. He's unique. Well, that's not the case anymore because Alexa Bliss has come. But let me know your thoughts. Alexa Bliss in the comments down below. Do you think she should return to her sane version? Bye.
Let me in.